Welcome to the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. This is Emmanuel Surf, and I'm here with the Peugot Darl'Mat in Pebble Beach. This car's been in our family for 62 years. Great history. My father bought it in Paris. It was impounded. He paid $150, put a battery in it, and drove it home. A few days later, he took my mother out on a date, first date. At the time, it was an orange car, so you can imagine driving this car orange in Paris in the 1950s. And here we are now, 60 years later. It's their 60th wedding anniversary, and they're here driving this car on Pebble Beach. The blue is the original French blue. All the Peugeot Darl'Mats at the time were painted this way. Darl'Mat was a dealer, a Peugeot dealer in Paris, and he's the one who designed the cars. Had the cars designed by Peugeot at the time. A few of them raced in Le Mans. This one did not, was just a Sportster. But this car was orange, then white, and then it came back to the original French racing blue. The tour was amazing, right? So my parents were driving it around the tour 60 years later. This car is a great driver. I've been driving it every single day here on 17-mile drive, having a lot of fun. But it was a very special tour to see 85 and 86-year-old couple driving this car after 60 years. And today it's a great story, right? Because it's just, it's all about the automobile, and to have kept the girl in the car for 60 years, that's special. It's really a pleaser, right? It's a good-looking car, so people are intrigued by it. And there's not many of them, so very few people know, ask what it is. 2-liter engine, dual carburetors, overhead cams. It's pretty neat for the time. At first it was in France many years ago, right? So when it first arrived in the US, I drove it from Jacksonville to Tampa Bay under a heavy thunderstorm the whole way. So that was a lot of fun. But over here, we planned this in advance because we wanted to celebrate their 60th wedding anniversary here. So we were lucky that it was accepted to be in the show. There's more and more interest in the car shows. I mean, you can see from the show, it's growing every year. And you always have very unusual cars here. So people are very interested with cars that they haven't seen before. So curiosity, I think, is up. So I think it's a great thing. It's all about the engineers, right? The engineers of the 20s and 30s. We have a 1922 electric car, which most people are surprised with that, but they did great things in the 20s and 30s that we only do a little bit better now. I've been on this golf course more than any other golf course in the world, and with cars, so this is the world's best car show. I mean, it's just, there's no second, any close second. It's just a surreal experience to be among this crowd and these cars. It's just, I would recommend it highly to anyone. That's a must-do. If you like cars, Pebble Beach is a must.
My name is JP Gregory. I'm head of exterior design at Bentley, and you join me here at the home of Bentley at Pebble Beach. Pebble Beach is the perfect event for a brand like Bentley. We make inspirational cars, and this is an inspirational event, and it's about the emotional connection between the customer and the cars, and this is what this event's all about. The home of Bentley is in such a wonderful location within the whole concourse, the Monterey Car Week. We're right near the clubhouse. We're at such a great spot. We open our doors to anyone who wants to come and experience the brand and connect to us as a brand. Sunday will be a really special time for us as well. Of course, this year we're celebrating 100 years, and you'll see that on the concourse on Sunday. Any birthday is a time to reflect, but 100 years is a really big chance to celebrate, where you are now, how you've got to where you are now, what type of brand you are, but also what type of brand you want to be. So tomorrow and throughout the weekend, you'll see our concept car, the EXP100 GT, and this really represents a vision of where we want to go as a brand in future. We have a fantastic display of cars here at the home of Bentley this year. We've got the Continental GT, the Continental GTC, the Bentayga and the new Flying Spur. I was lucky enough to be involved in the exterior design of 3 of those cars, and we're wonderfully proud to show them off to the American customers today. When you work on a project, you're obviously so connected to it, they become your baby in some ways. So it's always really great to have the dialogue directly with the customers and the fans of the brand. Any Bentley is extremely powerful. It's got craftsmanship and technology fused inside, and it's a beautiful looking, emotive exterior. This is not a track car. It's about grand touring. It's about opening up on a beautiful road, about being able to crush continents, and these are the things that make Bentley special. We want people to leave the home of Bentley feeling inspired, feeling connected to our brand, having a little bit more understanding about who we are as a brand and the people who work in the brand. We're extremely open, we want dialogue, we want to hear about what the customers think, and we want to share our wonderful brand with them.